Welcome to These Things Are Written. On this Monday, we are continuing to look at the instructions that the Lord is giving to Moses concerning the tabernacle. We heard of the table of the presence and the candlestick, the lampstand, I should say, on Friday. And today we're going to hear more about the tabernacle itself and what it is to look like. I invite you to read over the whole chapter before we begin. And so go ahead and pause and do that. When you're done, come back. And I'm just going to go over some different things, pretty much going to read it the way through. And then we'll talk about some of the things when I have a picture of the tabernacle. I kind of like to visually see it as we're talking about it. So that's how we'll handle it. We're going to start with the first verse. Again, the Lord is speaking to Moses, Exodus 26. Moreover, you shall make the tabernacle with 10 curtains of fine twisted linen and blue and purple and scarlet yarns. And you shall make them with cherubim skillfully worked into them. The length of each curtain shall be 28 cubits, and the breadth of each curtain 4 cubits. All the curtains shall be the same size. 5 curtains shall be coupled to one another, and the other 5 curtains shall be coupled to one another. Moving to verse 7. You shall also make curtains of goat's hair for a tent over the tabernacle. 11 curtains you shall make. The length of each curtain shall be 30 cubits, and the breadth of each curtain 4 cubits. The 11 curtains shall be the same size. You shall couple 5 curtains by themselves and 6 curtains by themselves, and the 6th curtain you shall double over at the front of the tent. You shall make upright frames for the tabernacle of acacia wood. 10 cubits shall be the length of a frame, and 1.5 cubits the breadth of each frame. You shall make bars of acacia wood, 5 for the frames on one side of the tabernacle, and 5 bars for the frames on the other side of the tabernacle, and 5 bars for the frames on the side of the tabernacle at the rear westward. Then you shall erect the tabernacle according to the plan for it that you were shown on the mountain. Verse 31. And you shall make a veil of blue and purple and scarlet yarns and fine twisted linen. It shall be made with cherubim skillfully worked into it. And you shall hang it on 4 pillars of acacia overlaid with gold, with hooks of gold, on 4 bases of silver. And you shall hang the veil from the clasps and bring the ark of the testimony in there within the veil. And the veil shall separate for you the holy place from the most holy. And you shall put the mercy seat of the ark of the covenant, ark of the testimony in the most holy place. And you shall set the table outside the veil and the lampstand on the south side of the tabernacle opposite the table. And you shall put the table on the north side. All right, here is the picture that I found of the tabernacle, kind of a cutout inside view so you get a little bit of idea of the outside and the inside. You see the cloth that looks orange. I believe that is the linen cloth that is there, the fine twined linen that is there. And then you see on the front and the curtain inside, you see the purple and blue and scarlet with the cherubim woven into them. That's what that represents, showing the beauty of all of this. The length of the curtains at the beginning, 28 cubits, which is about 42 feet. The breadth is 4 cubits, which is 6 feet wide, that were used to go from one end to the other. Verse 7, when it talks about the curtains of goat's hair, that was to make it waterproof and safe or able to withstand the storm and the weather. Again, it says that the length of the curtain shall be 30 cubits, that's 45 feet. The breadth, 4 cubits, 6 feet. 11 curtains, again, similar to the other, except that there's an extra one that is to go over the entrance as well. The entrance, as you're looking at it, would be on the left side is where they would enter. The bigger part is called the holy place. The back part is called the most holy, or the holy of holies place. It shows the framing there. Again, I've just listed that so you could see the detail that he gave for the framing and the poles to hold it together. And then the part that I wanted to point out, beginning with verse 31, is the most holy place. It doesn't call it here. It will later on, but that is a place where you see the Ark of the Covenant, the presence of God entering there. That would be a place that is set apart. You can see it right now of how the pillars of gold there, overlaid with gold, and then the silver bases, the curtain that is placed there, or the veil. It was to separate the presence of God with the other part of the temple. The priest could enter into the holy place, but only Moses into the most holy place. This veil that separates the Holy of Holies from the holy place would separate, as I mentioned earlier, the priest from God's presence. This veil in the temple that corresponds to this was torn when Jesus died on the cross, symbolizing how we are no longer separated from God, but we can go to him to bring our cares and concerns to him. Again, notice how this all seems to point forward to our Savior. Tomorrow, we'll look a little bit more at the courtyard and also the altar. We'll talk again.